Good morning, everyone, and we welcome you again to 33 Days to Eucharistic Glory. And this Sunday morning, we once again join our OCIA class, and again, they're learning about the Catholic faith. So we'll just give them a chance to say hello. Some of our readers here who are going to help us out with this day 13, and then some of the people learning about the Catholic faith here in OCIA on Sunday mornings. You guys can all wave and say hello. Some of them you saw last week. So again, thanks for joining us. Day 13, Sister Faustina, don't delay. And we were mentioning at Mass today, if you're not caught up, this is a great reminder, don't delay. It's still easy enough to catch up before the end of the 33 days for the consecration. Set your mind on the things that are above, not on earthly things. Helena Kowalska was a 19-year-old Polish girl with a broken heart. She had recently given up her dream of joining the convent. Her family was against it, and she did not have the financial means to enter on her own. A few months later, on a warm summer night, something mysterious happened. Helena was at a dance with her sister. The party was in full swing when a young man asked her to dance. Determined to move forward with her life, Helena walked out on the dance floor, twirled about, and tried to enjoy the moment. But suddenly the music seemed to stop. The dance faded away, and Helena found herself face to face with Jesus. "How long will you keep putting me off?" he said to her. Then, just as quickly as the vision had appeared, it faded away. Helena was understandably shaken and unwilling to continue dancing. All right, Aaron.
She believed that God had closed the door on her dream of entering the convent, but now, with the direct message from Jesus, her assumption was proven wrong. Even though every possible obstacle seemed to be in her way, she left home and found a convent willing to open its doors to her. It was left there that Helena became known as Sister Maria Faustina. Before too long, Jesus appeared to Faustina again to share just one message: mercy. The 20th century was one of the ugliest and deadliest centuries in human history, and right in the middle of it all, Jesus was sharing a message of mercy through Sister Faustina. In her journal, Sister Faustina wrote, "All grace flows from mercy, and the last hours abounds with mercy for us. Let no one doubt concerning the goodness of God. Even if a person's sins were dark as night, God's mercy is stronger than our misery. One thing alone is necessary, that the sinner set ajar the door of his heart, be it ever so little, to let in a ray of God's merciful grace, and then God will do the rest."
Thank you. And this is Shane next.
That message of mercy extended in a particular way to the Eucharist. During one of her visions, Jesus told Sister Faustina, "When I come to a human heart in a Holy Communion, my hands are full of all kinds of graces, which I want you to give to the soul. But souls do not pay any attention to me. They leave me to myself and busy themselves with other things. Oh, how sad I am that souls do not recognize love. They treat me as a dead object, a piece of bread, a cup of wine, dead. When Jesus walked the earth, he made it clear that reception of his body and blood was not a symbolic ritual, but that in the Eucharist we indeed receive the real, true presence of God. He reasserted the truth to Sister Faustina. He is alive, not dead. The bread is not bread, but the very life of God, sent to you out of love and mercy."
Thank you. And next is Peter.
In her epic writings about divine mercy, Sister Faustina wrote, "You wanted to stay with us, and so you left us yourself in the sacrament of the altar, and you opened wide your mercy to us. You opened an inexhaustible spring of mercy for us, giving us your dearest possession, the blood and water that gushed forth from your heart. He wanted to stay with us. Think about that. He wanted to stay with us. He wanted to be here with you. By consecrating yourself to the Eucharist, you are becoming an agent of mercy. Beautiful, courageous, loving, transformative, never-ending mercy. Trust, surrender, believe, receive."
Thank you. And Angel will finish us off here.
So the lesson today, stop putting God off. Surrender to what he is calling you to do completely and without delay. And the virtue of the day, mercy. Thomas Aquinas defined the virtue of mercy in his great Summa Theologia as compassion in our hearts for another person's misery, a compassion which drives us to do what we can to help him. Mercy is a form of temporal and spiritual generosity.
And together, Angel and I will wrap it up for us today. If you want to join in on page 67 with the spiritual communion. Jesus,
I believe that you are truly present in the most holy sacrament of the Eucharist. Every day I long for more of you. I love you above all things, and I desire to receive you into my soul. Since I cannot receive you sacramentally at this moment, I invite you to come and dwell in my heart. May this spiritual communion increase my desire for the Eucharist. You are the healer of my soul. Take the blindness from my eyes, the deafness from my ears, the darkness from my mind, and the hardness from my heart. Fill me with the grace, wisdom, and courage to do your will in all things. My Lord and my God, draw me close to you, nearer than ever before. Amen.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll be continuing with day 14, which is actually Mary and the power of yes. So we thank our OCIA class for joining us today, and we invite you. Wednesday night is OCIA/Catholicism 101. That's with Angel and Todd, and it's for anybody who wants to know more about the faith, whether beginner or longtime Catholic. Okay, have a great day. Have a blessed day on this baptism of the Lord.